Hey guys, I just want to talk to you today. Um, the things you could do with this. Just a big, huge rock. Think of all the things that you could do, things that other people would do, could do. You see this, and you probably think, that's just an ugly rock. Ugly rock, no purpose. Well, today I want to talk to you about the Kindness Rocks project. The purpose of it is to spread joy and smiles by painting rocks with words of encouragement or just silly pictures, whatever your heart desires, honestly. Then you hide those rocks and wait for those rocks to be found by someone, thus causing a smile. Or you can gift a rock to someone and make them smile. So this is not just an ordinary rock. All right, guys, let's get started. The reason why I got involved with this is it is very relaxing. Kind of gets the juices flowing, gets you out of a stressful environment because you're focused on making something out of nothing on this rock that you're going to end up hiding for someone else to find. I also really enjoy the fact that after you hide a rock and someone finds it, they really get excited about it, especially the little kids. Um, the smiles make it all worth it. Um, I've had numerous people tell me that they appreciate it. There are a lot of people involved in this. It's not just me in the community. There are lots of people on the Facebook page. It's BC Rocks Georgia, and those people always post about how happy it makes them. What's needed for the Kindness Rocks project are rocks, of course. You also need paints and brushes, sealant, and lots of creative ideas. Anything that you can think of can be put on a rock. The rocks that are best to use are nice and flat. I like to use the Mexican beach pebbles because they're flat and easy to coat with a base coat and then paint whatever you want to paint. Um, you'll see the Mexican beach pebble is nice and smooth. See, nice and smooth. Um, easy to paint. Easy to paint. Okay. Other people go with whatever they find on the side of the road. Um, some people go to Beach Tree Supplies in Warner Robins and purchase rocks from there, all different sizes. Some even have rocks from Florida delivered here. They're called Centauri rocks because they're really flat and really easy to paint on. But any rock, anything that you can find that you want to paint on, you can paint on. The paints that I use and that a lot of people use are just the cheap 50-cent paints, acrylic paints from Walmart. You can get them in all kinds of lovely colors. Also, you can paint with painter's pens, also all kinds of colors. Or Posca pens. Posca pens are really easy to use. Each one has its pros and cons, but we don't need to worry about that right now. But anything that you want to use, you can also use these kind of markers. They're like Sharpie type markers. Anything that you want, as long as you let it dry long enough before you seal it. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay. The brushes that you want to use, just cheap brushes that you can buy at Walmart. Simple little packs like this. Comes with a variety of shapes and sizes. I've got all kinds of brushes, that you can see. Not only do I have brushes, but there are sponges that you can use and these little daughter things that you can use. You can also use toothpicks if you want. Anything to make the small, thin, real tiny lines. So those are all the brushes or types of utensils that you can use to paint on the rocks. Some people also just dip the rocks in like different kinds of nail polish mixed together and make like a psychedelic look. So that works too. Okay, once you have completed your artwork on a rock, you're going to want to let it dry completely before you seal it and then hide it. Okay, what I use to seal my rocks is Mod Podge. It comes in glossy and matte. So you got glossy and matte. And what you do is you just brush this on the rock. Just brush it on and let it dry. Might want to put 2 coats on just to be on the safe side. And then after you do that and it's dry, you can then spray it with this lovely clear gloss sealant just to be on the safe side. The more sealing, the better, because then your artwork will stay where it's supposed to. Make sure you clean out your brush afterwards, because if not, it gets real stiff, because it's pretty much like glue. Okay, then after everything is said and done, after you go from this to something like this, there's a big difference. Or even something like this, which is a special one to me. After you've done all that, then the fun part begins. You start hiding them. Around here in our town, we hide them around the police department, the library, the courthouse, the post office. The main thing is safe areas for little children to go and hunt for the rocks. You don't want to hide them too hard. You don't want to hide them in anything where there could be snakes or any kind of critters. Some people go downtown and hide them along the businesses, so that way when people are going in and out of the businesses, they can also find them. It's not just for children. It's for adults too. It's for anybody who might need a smile. They see the rock, they pick it up. Once they pick it up, they decide whether they want to keep it and maybe paint another one to replace it and go hide that, or they just rehide the one that they find when they find a place to hide it. This is all done just to bring smiles, and everything's hidden in safe places. That's it.